Alright, gang, welcome back to our triple threat challenge on Hutan Pantai. It is October now. We spent a tiny bit of money between the last episode and this episode. Give me a second here, gang. My microphone just fell down. There we go. We spent a tiny bit of money between the last episode and this episode, but it's not on really what we talked about. We said we were going to potentially put down some sheds and things like that. Didn't do that. Spent money on something else. Something, well, I don't know. It wasn't more important, but maybe slightly more important for my own comfort. We now have a house. So there's our house, gang. I really like where we put it. I think it's in a great spot. It's got the little path to go around behind it, kind of out of the way of everything. We have all this land to make our yard and animals and whatever else we decide to do with it. We got all this land to work with, minus a couple spots where it says it's access is restricted or whatever. But most of this area, we are fully allowed and able to put anything down that we want. So there's our house. I've got to get some furnishings and stuff for it. Obviously, right now it's pretty bare bones. I did sleep on the floor last night, but we'll get a bed and stuff in here at some point. We'll get everything hooked up in here at some point. But not too bad of a little house. I like it, and it didn't cost too much, so that's even better. But it is October, like I said. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I have already slightly begun the process here of cultivation. Still a long way to go, but I'm kind of whoa. What the heck happened? What the heck happened there? That was bizarre. Okay, anyway. I started the process here of working on cultivating another section of our big field. As you recall, in the last episode, I talked about how we were going to split it up into 3 separate sections. We already have one section that has been drilled, and it's over there. It will need a second application of fertilizer today. And our goal today is really to get this one done, get it all cultivated up, get it drilled, and then go from there. Now it is October. I'll do a quick save here. And I want to see if we made anything on our production here overnight. We've got 411 liters, so no. It's a very, very slow process. So Crusty was correct. Well, he wasn't doing canola oil when I washed him. He was doing woodworking stuff and you know, forestry stuff. It was a sawmill of some sort, and it was taking him forever, and it was driving him insane. And seems like that's going to be the case here. So I'm glad that we did not put all of the canola in there, because if we did, man, we've been hurting real bad for money right now. Okay, I did not mean to put it on a worker. We'd be hurting for money really bad if we had went that path of putting every bit of canola we had in there, because it's been a month and we don't even have a pallet yet. Not exactly ideal. Either way, we're carrying on here, getting this going. We might add another addition to the farm today. Just depends on, you know, money and price and everything. I still think, even though in the last episode I was kind of wishy-washy on turning that into another rice field, I still think I want to do that, so I might end up just going ahead and spending the money and doing that. As you recall, I did say it costs around $10,000 to do that section. It might be a little bit more. So it's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. But I still do think I want to do that. So yeah, we'll see how the episode gets along here and where we are as far as time goes. But that may happen today, which means it will drop us down to $15,000 if we do that at current. But that's still manageable. I'm okay with $15,000. At least gives us some wiggle room there with some of the money, right? And we have all that other canola still to sell, right? Once we sell that canola, we're going to be in a lot better shape. Will we be able to buy another plot of land? Probably not. But we'll be in a reasonable enough shape that we can, you know, carry on doing the stuff we need to do here on the farm, specifically our own land that we currently own, and being able to buy the things that we need, right? A lot of the things we need to buy are not really going to help the challenge, you know, progress the challenge, but it'll help progress the look, the feel of the farm, making it look like it's a real farm. And that's what, obviously, I want to do. Seems like a lot of you are enjoying this series and the Survive 25 series, so if you are new here, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. A lot of us are doing the Survive 25 challenge, so make sure you check out the Discord, all that stuff. I did realize that noticed that there is at least one of the videos, I think, had an issue with the Discord link. I have tried to update all of the ones for FS25 and everything else just to make sure that the right link is out there. I was getting a notification from a new subscriber that basically it was saying that it was expired, and so the way that the Discord links work, it's kind of annoying. If you don't go into the extra settings and click the thing that says never expires, it'll expire after like 7 days or 20 days, whatever it is. So I must have accidentally did that, at least on one of the series. I don't know which one it was, but I have updated all of those, at least in FS25. I'm not going to go back through and update all of FS22 videos because I've got a lot of videos from FS22 out there, 200 plus. So that's a lot. It would take me a long time to go through and update every one of those, but any of the FS25s moving forward, and then the main link here on the main channel, if you go to the main page of the channel, all of those will be updated with the correct Discord link. So if you're interested in that, you have that opportunity. I share every single video that I make out there on that. Also have areas for you if you make videos where you can share your videos. So anybody who is on my Discord and follow my Discord has the access to check your videos out. I also have videos from my other channel on there as well, so I have a secondary channel. It's actually a channel I started before this channel, and I had eventually, at one point, been doing farming videos on that channel, and then I decided to separate them out, and I think that was the smartest move I've made, because most of the stuff I do on my other channel is hack and slash, Dynasty Warriors, or shooters, right, playthroughs like that, and then just some reactions to demos and trailers and things like that. So shameless plug there again, but if you're interested in that, that's what that one is. But it's also on the Discord, so you can always just, pick and choose if you want to watch something or not that way. An area for discussion as well, so if you have questions or anything or ideas, let me know. I'm always trying to accept and hear everybody's opinions and what they think I should be doing, and if it's a great idea, most of the time you guys have fantastic ideas, I try to incorporate it. It may not be the next video, but at some point I try to incorporate it, at least attempt it, to see if it works, right? Always open for that. Because there are a lot of people that are much smarter than I am at figuring out stuff in the game here. I just unfortunately don't have the time to as some other people do. So always welcome. So we got a lot still to go here with the cultivation here. We're chugging along, but we got a long way to go before we're going to be done with this. I did look on ModHub before I started this episode. There are a few new things out there, but not much. Not really anything specifically for us. There was basically it's a mod that keeps the fluctuation of the prices for crops very similar, where it doesn't really change much throughout the entire calendar year, game calendar year. I mean, it could be useful, but I don't want to do that. I feel like that's cheating too much, if that makes sense. It would make all of the challenges much easier if we just had the best prices to sell them 99% of the time, all the time. So we're not going to install that one. Maybe in a future series, maybe we will, but we would obviously not be utilizing it for these. Other than that, there was a couple other small things that were released, but nothing unfortunately for this series or any of the other two that I'm currently running. Those of you that are members, I've been talking about how I'm working on getting a member, series going just specifically for you that are, joined the actual membership here. I'm working on that, but it'll probably be later this week, somewhere around Thanksgiving time. Still trying to work out the kinks on that one. Might have to put the idea I had off to the side for a little while and do something else for the meantime. Not sure yet. We'll have to see. Running out of time. Anyway. So we're carrying on here. Now, what are we going to put in this field? I don't know. That's a good question. So we put canola in over there, right? So, I don't know. Trying to think what would be the best thing to put in there. It's October. Maybe put some soybeans in? I don't know why I said it that way. I guess I was just reconsidering. I don't know. I have to think about it. I don't know what I'm going to put in there. Or in here, rather. Man, I love that house. That house is awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I have to think about it. Now, one other thing we normally do, at least old time, FS25 time, we would always go in here and check to see if there's anything in the used market for us. And unfortunately, there is not. There's nothing out there that we want. And that's useful, right? That low loader, whatever you want to call it. What do you call it? A transport trailer, whatever. And that potato harvester, no, we're not doing potatoes. Not anytime soon. We're not into the potato realm. That's those of you that have been around for a long time know that that's one of my least favorite things to do, potatoes. I don't know why, because I loved doing carrots and parsnip and all that stuff, and it's pretty much the same thing. Just for some reason, I don't know, potatoes just, I don't know. I can't explain it. Everybody has the thing they like and they don't like, and for whatever reason, potatoes are my thing that I don't love to do. I will do them, and I have done them many times. I just don't love doing them. Like I said, a lot of people hate doing spraying and fertilizer spraying and herbicide spraying and just whatever, any fertilizing in general, and that's probably my favorite thing to do in the game. I can't explain it. I don't know why. I just like it. Ideally, it would be nice here soon. Probably, you know, when we sell all the rest of the canola, right? When it's best to sell it. It'd be ideal to get probably a second tractor now at this point. I think it'd probably be smart and helpful. Considering, you know, we're going to have technically 4 fields here we're going to be running. We're going to obviously need to have one for the cultivation. And if we could have a cultivation going and a drilling going at the same time, or, you know, if we have to run some product to the silo or to a sell point, obviously it would be nice to be able to continue progressing, you know, having a worker do something for us. So that's obviously the next big piece of equipment goal that I'm kind of looking for. I'm hoping something pops up in the used market. That's really what I'm hoping for. Odds are low probably, but I'm hoping for that. Anytime I need something to pop up in the used market, it never happens to do it for us, unfortunately, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, so I just lied to you all. I apologize. For some reason, I thought we drilled that field in the last episode. I guess we were starting to run out of time. I think it just took us too long to do the cultivation. We didn't drill that field. So we got to drill that field today. I apologize. That was my mistake. For some reason, I was in the mindset that we drilled it in the last episode, and evidently we didn't. So we're going to put canola in one of these. Let's put it that way. We'll probably be putting... I don't know. I'm still wishy-washy on the other one, but canola is definitely going to go in one of them because I already said we had canola in one, so canola's going in one of them. Whether it's this one or that one over there, it doesn't really matter. As you can see, I did leave a section here, obviously a separation section here, just to try to section these areas off a little bit. I think I kind of want to test out the GPS a little bit more. I really am... I don't know how it's going to work here with me separating this field that was once a full field. I really don't know how it's going to work, so I'm going to have to... I might have to run some tests, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. Looks like I didn't do that very good job of sectioning that off. It looks like one area is much wider than down here. It's much skinnier. Oh, well. Oh, well. Let me get the rest of this field done here, since we did, you know, a lot of that in the last episode. And you've already seen a ton of it because I was talking to you, my intro stuff here. I'll get this down, just do a little bit of a jump cut, and then we can jump over to start drilling at least one of these fields, if not both fields. So let's get to it now. All right, we're all done there. Tried to touch this up a little bit. I don't think I really did that much of a better job, but whatever. We attempted it. Now, before we start drilling here, there's one other thing we got to do. I'm sure you already know what that is. But we need to make sure that that field straight ahead of us is flooded. We have to continue to make it flooded until it is at a further along growth stage, and then it will be no longer needed. But until then, we have to continue to flood this thing. 90% yield bonus. This is going to be really nice when we harvest this. It's going to be really nice. So let's go in here. It'll tell you here when you go in here as well. Water level too low. Flood. There we go. Even have the water steps. The sound when you're making steps in the water even. It's great. Alright, let's hook up to this thing here. So we said canola in one. Let's do the first one that we drilled, or we drilled. I can't even talk. That we cultivated in the last episode. Let's do this one first, and then we can make our decision on that one. Some of this stuff we can't do, right? There is no, so we can't do soybeans because they changed the way that some of the things work as well, right? So some of the drills don't have, you know, you got planters versus seeders, right? So some of it isn't set up the same way, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at, as it was in the last iteration of the game. So we have to get a different drill for soybeans now, which is a planter, basically. So that limits what we can put in over there, right? We'll put canola in here, certainly. But the next one, we'll have to make that tough choice, right? We're going to have to see. Probably have to be some kind of like a wheat or an oat or a barley, more than likely. I don't want to put the same in both fields, because then why wouldn't we have just made it one full field, right? So we'll have to kind of play it by ear here as we move along, but either way, we're going to get both fields drilled today for sure. And like I said, possibly at least set up that field in the back there for some more rice. Let's get to it. All right, so the field's done here, gang. A little bit of a fog has descended upon the farm here, at least on that back corner of the farm. So a little eerie there, but we got it done. Not too bad. Still plenty of seed in here, so it doesn't really utilize that much seed, which is nice, right? Now, we do have to fertilize that field that we just drilled because this does not put down fertilizer, so we will have to jump into our fertilizer spreader here real quick. Not much fertilizer left in here, but I think we should probably be able to get it done. It's not this spreader is so wide that it's not going to, take that much, I don't think. We'll see. If we have to get more, we have to get more. It is what it is. Let me zoom out here. I'm wasting way too much of it there. All right, that's a little bit better. Not doing the best job here, gang, but we're going to get it done no matter what. We're just not doing the best job at it. It's because of that little area that I kind of cut and wasn't straight. It's caused me a little bit of grief. We're going to have to get more. There's no way. I thought we were going to have plenty to get it done, but there's no way we're going to be able to get this done. There's more land area here than I anticipated, I guess. Once you zoom out far enough, you can actually see how big the field really is. There's a slight chance. There's a slight chance. But I don't think we will. Turn it off. Turn it off. Yep, we gotta go get some. I'll be right back. Alright, pulling back up here. We are also going to need to lime this field. I guess we didn't necessarily have to this time, but we really need to start liming these fields. I need to get a roller too, even though all of you know how much I despise rolling, but at least early on we need to do some rolling. We need to try to get as much money as we can here early on so we can try to succeed here. I bought 2 bags of fertilizer. We didn't really need to buy 2 bags of fertilizer, but, I mean, once we start working on that field and if we find some other contracts or something potentially to do if we need it, fertilizing is probably going to be what we do for most of the contracts, right? Look at that rendering. That rendering is so terrible. It's so bad. Why did they make us 30 frames per second for console? Why? Probably because they were releasing it on the older generation consoles. I don't know. Anyway, this field has been fertilized, so this field is good to go if we don't want to do the lime and the rolling on it, which I'm torn. Like, I do want to do the lime. I'm just afraid that that field, we're going to have to make a lot of trips back and forth to the shop for the lime. I don't think I saw anything yet for the buying silo. As you know, in FS25, a lot of at least the later on series, I put down a lot of those because it's just so much more convenient just to have that on your farm. Very unrealistic, but convenient just to be able to buy stuff, right? Directly from there. I don't think there's anything in here. I actually, to be honest with you, haven't really looked, but I don't think... I don't think they had anything base game. Well, I didn't even know this was here. That's cool. It's only $1,500. That's nothing. All right, well, there you go. That's something new I just learned. But yeah, there's nothing there, unfortunately. So that's, you know, it's a shame, but it is what it is. What are you gonna do, right? Oh, that's cool. Proves the weather forecast, so then we'll know more likely if we're going to have some damage coming to the farm or not. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to put it down now, but that's pretty cool. Tell you what, we're going to do the lime. Let's hold off on drilling that field today. Let's just really beef up that field over there. I really don't know where I want to put these boxes. I'm just going to put them over here, kind of out of the way. That works. It's good enough. So let's buy some lime. I don't really know how much lime we're going to need here. Like I said, I'm probably going to make multiple trips. I don't see any way that we don't have to make multiple trips. 2,000 liters, 4,000 liters. At least lime's not too outrageously expensive. We might have to buy more than that. I'm going to pretty much fill this thing up to max, so I'll see how much it holds. I think it's probably going to hold around 6,000 liters, something like that, but we'll get back there. I'll get it all filled up. If I have to buy another one, I buy another one, and I'll see you back here on the farm, and we'll start liming. Well, I screwed up, gang. I thought this thing could accept a lime. It cannot accept a lime. So those boxes are just going to stay there. Eventually, we will make an upgrade and get the one that will allow lime. There's only one right now. It's just this one. 45 grand. It's not cheap. If we sell this fertilizer spreader we currently have, we'll probably get, I don't know, 10, 15, maybe 18 out of it, something like that. So not really quite enough to even buy that one yet, but perhaps once we sell all the rest of the canola at the best time, perhaps then we can upgrade. But that's a little unfortunate. So we wasted whatever it was, 900 bucks, whatever it was, $600, $900, whatever it was on lime. But eventually we'll use it, so it's not that big of a deal, I guess. Okay, so let's put this back here. Let's just turn it off for now. This thing should be pretty much flooded at this point. Yeah, it's flooded. It's done. So I think what we're going to do is kind of... Let me save the game really quick, just in case I mess this up. So the problem with doing this... It's relatively easy, but when you're trying to do, like, corners, it's better if you just do a square, right? And the way that we have this kind of designed here, it's kind of a awkward shape. So... it may be a little bit more difficult than what we initially anticipated. I'm going to try to keep it somewhat on line with this guy here. And, I mean, this is a big open space here. We could probably cultivate a little bit more, but I just kind of wanted to leave plenty of space just for this, just to see what happens, right? Okay. Now we're going to try the best we can here to keep this relatively straight-ish with that. It's going to be kind of at an angle, as you can see it, but it's relatively straight, I think, with that other one. So here we go. This is where it's going to get a little bit more complex here. Okay. And we want to come this way. I'm trying to give it plenty of space here. Basically, every time you get a corner point, a main corner point, you want to hit a button here. And then we're going to do one here. And then finally, over here. Like I said, this isn't going to be perfect. So there you go. That's your shape. Now, I would love for it to actually show you, like right now, it doesn't, but I would love for it to show you right now, this is what the price will be if you place this down, but it doesn't show you that. So, you just kind of have to hope for the best here. Now, this one we did one drop below ground level, so I kind of want to do that here. One drop below ground level. And there it is. How'd we do? Okay, not bad. This is very awkward down here. It's a very big drop down here because of the way that it was shaped, but we didn't mess up the road. That was the most important thing. I didn't want to mess up this road. I want it to be relatively still reasonable, and it worked. So we did it all right. We did all right. We did all right. But as you can see, that cost us a $15,000. It cost us a ton of money. That was $15,000 for that. Whew. So we got that put in. We can drill this right now. This already has lime down and everything, so this is good. I think what we're going to do instead, though, is we're probably not going to drill it today, more than likely. Yeah, I don't think we're going to drill it today, because I'm hoping we get a lot more money out of this canola than we're expecting. I mean, I kind of have an idea based on, you know, what we sold in the last time, right? What we sold last time. But, oh, and also, I forgot to mention it. Freaking Scarlet running into me over there when I'm doing the working on that field down there. Freaking Scarlet. Somebody also said that I should call the orange car Griff from Red vs. Blue, if any of you know that series. It's a pretty good idea. I think we can go with Griff. We'll call him Griff if I can remember it. Just going to try to, you know, clean this up a little bit more. I'm going to give a little bit of space. Like I said, I want space between these on purpose, each of these fields. But that is going to be our big, massive field. And really, I would like to, I mean, I don't think we're going to be able to do it the first time, but I would like to make that the smaller field, like our actual regular rice, and this bigger field be the long grain rice. That's what I kind of would like to do, I think. Just because I do know the rice, the regular rice, you have to have a separate harvester, separate drill, everything else for it. And I do know it takes a long time to do. So, yeah, I think I would like to kind of plan it that way. But either way, drilling that field and this field here is going to take a long time. And the episode's getting pretty long already as it is. So I don't want to make an hour and a half long video right now. At some point, it probably is going to happen as we carry along here, but got a lot of things going on right now, so I don't really think I want to do that one. I don't want to go into that yet, but soon enough we will. I'm just going to try to... It's going to be an awkward shape. All of these are awkward shapes, right? It's just... It is what it is at this point. I'm just trying to kind of clean this up ever so slightly, though. Alright. Like that's gonna have to do for now. It's not perfect. I'm gonna have to clean that up. I'll clean it up off camera. So we're gonna leave the episode there, gang. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. There are more videos in the corners for you to check out if you are interested. And I'll see you all next time.